Yeah, looks like we might not have
Oh,
to.
yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Spectate, maybe? I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, depending on how it turns out, might take up a gun, but hopefully, recording. We're recording. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Another round. This one, standard game mode, so pretty vanilla. And I don't have a gun this time. Not that I was doing much with it, anyways.
Yeah, you were pretty bad with the pistol, man.
Wow, bad with the pistol. Wow.
Yeah, it was awful to watch.
Yeah, I'm not as good as, Collector when it comes to running behind people and shooting 9 of them. But there's room for improvement someplace.
Aren't Lamats banned? From
We've talked about it before. I don't know if we've ever got an official thing. I would be in favor of getting rid of Lamatches because I think it's
9 bullets and low pop. That's kind of OP.
it's one of those things where it's like the developers had the Lamat as like a Kickstarter backer, like a high tier Kickstarter backer thing, and then they added it. With how it is now, it's not balanced. Union doesn't have a comparable. Like if Union got something in return, like a Star Revolver or something, maybe. But
yeah, just
yeah,
ridiculous. No. Yeah, absolutely, 100% agree.
But
all right, so the match has started.
Yeah, we're gonna have Crawford, we're gonna have Ambush, and we're gonna have Henry, also metal. They're leading their respective teams. They're gonna go for the nipple, Victory Hill, the Big Booba, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, teams are finally balanced, which is funny.
It's probably people leaving. They're like, man, this shit sucks.
Yeah, probably.
Uni does have 1 artillery gun, so that's good. Looks like CSA might charge the Union team. That's an interesting play.
Yeah, it looks like it might work too. Yeah, we'll see. 4th Western Virginia is just kind of hanging in reserves, and looks like IVB's plan will work.
Only thing to be cautious about, maybe they're getting a little overconfident in the last round. Equal trades are not equal in this game mode.
West Virginia held out, and it looks like they will go ahead and not completely lose. I mean,
fantastic.
Just 1 Rambo versus 1 Rambo. We'll see who kills who first. Oh, no.
Collector's coming back. Yeah. I will warn Collector for this one this time.
They are cooked if Collector does it, yeah.
Yeah, warn his ass.
Okay, alright, we're warning.
I'll write it up for him. He's fucking killing him? Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, that's true.
Self-defense. See, the thing about self-defense, Collector, is you can't claim self-defense if you pull a
run up to
yeah. If you pull a gun on somebody and they retaliate equal measure, and you go to the courts and say, "Oh, it was self-defense," they're putting your ass in the slammer.
Absolutely, 100%. It was self-defense. I was just showing him my weapon.
I was just intimidating him with my firearm, with a clear intent to kill him.
And then I shot his friend, and then he raised his gun at me. I mean, and then
I had no choice.
So, yeah, no choice.
Average American police officer.
Absolutely.
Not a bad shot there from Ghoul. I'm kind of worried for the Union team here. Even though the teams are actually in favor of the Union, actually, technically, it's 50-50. It's even right now. I don't know. Union team doesn't have the aura that I'm looking for.
Yeah, if I was Union, I would just go right. I think you ditch the hill and you just go right.
Yeah.
You could do that, or you could shoot it out left and let the arty cook. But I mean, you got 2 guys on arty. I wouldn't completely rely on it.
Yeah, definitely not. Um,
I think the arty is just gonna cook him here, though. I'm predicting a good shot from arty right now.
I don't, as much as I wish they would, the arty man in me, it's going to be a while before they start getting on target. They have to go over 2 defilades to hit their target. That is, and at the range they're at, you can't do that. Like the trajectory is too flat. So you'd have to, either you have to be a fucking god tier gamer,
All I'm hearing
or just
is
get
like
lucky.
skill issue, like massive skill issues right now, Sigmar.
I
That's
mean,
all I'm hearing.
all I'm saying is
Anyways.
artillery people. Normally, artillery people, there's just kind of shoot at something.
Massive.
Union team, right
Looks like they
side,
might get a good
shootout.
shot here on that corner, though. We'll see.
They can, yeah. That's a spot they can actually hit. That corner, they can hit that very easily too. That's
They are a moving target, though, so we'll see.
There's
Looks like
still-
Union's
it's
going to try
definitely-
a firefight on the right side.
they're keeping their distance way too far. Or maybe they're just baiting. Now they're going to hell. Maybe that was smart. Maybe if that was actually what their intention was, then good on them. But if
Yeah.
that, I mean,
That's
shit.
decent because the hill can be taken back right now. I mean, you see that they've committed to a right side forest push. I would just take the hill if I was Union right now, and I think Ninth Corps is gonna do just that and take that hill and start putting pressure into the side of CQB. And Ninth Corps has bigger numbers, so I think they won that engagement.
Yeah, they will be doing pretty well here. They got the hill.
It looks like Ninth Corps is just gonna be holding on top of that hill. Looks like 53rd is gonna be pushing up. Or I should just say EB. I don't know why I keep saying 53rd. I'm just used to them being 53rd. EB is all playing together tonight.
Yeah, 4-5 Virginia's going in for a right side flank. He's off.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. They are going down towards the road right
go
now,
straight
so I don't
down the
like
road.
this push from Crawford.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I think it's risky. He's going to get intercepted by the CSA, by
He's gonna go
Collector.
up, so that's not a good move. Oh boy.
And he gets popped by Collector. They're going to
Yep.
get massacred. I mean, they do have so many tickets that I guess it's just kind of inconveniencing them. Like, it doesn't really matter, but long term, it's just...
It's a learning experience for him. It's a learning experience.
Crawford?
Yeah. I mean,
He's fucking level 40. What learning does he have to do? Pretty much by the time you reach level 30, I expect everyone that once they're level 30 to be like,
yeah.
you know, I think it's
Just be pros at the game. Yeah.
just be fucking god gamers. I mean, shit. Yeah, Union got wiped off on the hill again. 4th West Virginia is holding on the rocks on the right side. If I was Henry, I would go in right now. I'm going to psychically communicate with Henry, move in right side now. I'm not sure
There you
if
go.
it's working.
Yeah, that's funny that there's a detachment. You know, these split offs, like, they can't split off like this. If you're gonna attack, you gotta attack together.
True.
I always use the 20-second rule. Be able to reinforce in 20 seconds to any company near you. That's kind of my general rule of thumb, because when you see a charge happening, you're gonna have about 20 seconds to react and get there. You're gonna have like a couple seconds to react and get there, and you just need to be able to reinforce people if team fights happen. Can't just sit on the sideline.
For sure.
Is that a yank right there? That is. Are those yanks? No, they're not. Friendly's moving in. Friendly's moving in. Friendly's moving in.
Yeah, I talked to them about this in coordination. I said, you know, you guys gotta make sure to be able to reinforce each other, and well, these split attacks are prime for getting wipes. So we'll see. West Virginia is pulling back.
Yeah, they're pulling back in time. Looks like IVB's pursuing a bit. Collectors, I should clarify, sorry. A Collector is pursuing. He's falling
Looks
back.
like Ninth Corps is moving down the middle right now. And they're going to be linking up with EB. We'll see how that goes. Right now, I say tickets are pretty even, though.
It is.
so-
Time's good. Maybe a little bit behind schedule for Union. Recoverable. Still winnable.
Definitely. I mean, time is definitely still good, especially since it's slow pop. Defenders are winning slightly on it, but you know that can change in an instant for low pop. I would say the bigger problem right here is just being a little low on tickets. Union has a slight ticket disadvantage, which I think that's what the problem they need to worry about more. But definitely still recoverable, especially on Dunker Church, very Union side map. So we'll see how it goes.
You know, that was a good shot, kind of. The thing about Dunker's Church I have experienced is high pop. It's incredibly Union favored, but in a lot of the times that I play late night, I feel like it's almost CSA favored with low pop. I don't know why, but I almost always see like late night CSA win this map when it's like a 40v40, 30v30. If they got competent command, I think it's just hard for Union to get a strong, close, foothold that's not Victory Hill. You could take Victory Hill, but that's gonna put you, 200 yards away from the enemy. The only other places you can go is like a far right forest flank, or like far left and try to get in close. It's just hard to get in brawling distance.
Yeah. Oh, they're bowling.
I just don't think Union keeping their distance like this is the play. I think they just need to get closer.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think with the hill now being an option, I think you got to do like suicide charges from it. I really do, because they're playing like really close to the hill, like playing on that on that straight fence. That gap isn't too hard to cross, especially if their whole team isn't there. So you can cross that, close the distance, and just kill them, and go for a 1-for-1 trade, which you want as attackers. So I think doing a suicide charge from the hill is the best move here. But you have to have everyone together. You can't go in separately. You have to move in together.
All or nothings or all or nothing. If you've only got half of all, then you don't got all.
Yeah, and you're probably gonna lose. That's generally how it goes. Shout out to Brit.
Brit?
Anyways,
Is Brit in here right now?
no.
Okay, I was gonna kick him if he was.
Looks like Eunice is doing independent fire on that straight fence right now.
CSA is taking cover behind the church. Most of the other CSA team is in the forest in wait. Union needs to start doing something. I don't know. Start coordinating, maybe. I don't know. Play like a team, perhaps. I don't fucking know.
Definitely. I
I
mean,
guess,
CSA is doing that, so
I think it might just be a morale issue here.
could be.
Maybe that first round they're just like cooked because of it. They're like, oh.
In here, I can't move.
Maybe. But I mean, whatever happens to your line as an officer, you just gotta keep your head up high, and just keep it up. Because if you don't, your team's screwed.
Henry's talking to Crawford about early capping a point. What do you feel about that?
Oh, I think that's a great idea. I mean, you're even on tickets. Go for it. I think they're just gonna light you up when you get on point. But
Yeah.
Taking point is generally a good idea, and I think if Union does it, they can get on like defensive positions before they get attacked, and they can try and get the one-on-one trade, which I do think is really good. And it's hard to win as defense, charging in, and win the trade. You have to really kind of catch the defenders by surprise, or the attackers by surprise. And I think if Union plays more as a team, they win. But we'll see. They are losing on time officially, though. They are under 30 minutes. And
Both
they have
battle ready.
not gone into engage.
Yep.
So they're doing slightly better on tickets, but that doesn't mean much when you're starting to lose on time.
Yeah, they just need to start doing something. They just need to be more active. Sitting here and shooting it out, not the
I
play.
like to play very aggressive early. I mean, playing a very aggressive approach does a nice little ticket drain, and even if you're losing on tickets, at least you're not losing on time. Then you can get a bit more methodical with your approach. But I say go for the ticket drain early on, so you don't lose on time, so you're not scraping together like a plan last minute to try and win the game. And the sit and shoot strat isn't working. It really isn't. Doing volleys from long range, I mean, you gotta figure something out. Have you been keeping an eye on the Arty? What have they been able to do this game?
I've been watching a couple of their shots. To be completely honest, I don't think they've gotten a single kill,
Jesus Christ.
but that's more due to circumstance.
Well, they are 2 guys as well, so I mean, like, I would say most of the privates haven't gotten a single kill.
Yeah, like from the one good shot I saw that they did shoot, somehow the guy they basically directly hit didn't die. The dude was AFK. Cannonball lands right next to him, explodes. He doesn't even flinch, and he's just AFK. But like I was saying earlier, I think a lot of people don't understand how hard artillery can be on certain maps. You need artillery on this map. The key to victory, and they probably already know this, but they just don't have enough people for this, is you got to push those guns up. You either push them up or you push them right up the hill right here. You can't see it, but I can see it. Where they are, they're in a double defilade, man. Okay, so they shot at the church. Not a bad shot, all things considered. Let me see if there's any jam on the ground.
Oh, yeah, it looks like they got some. No, they lit up.
They got him?
CTV.
That was a good shot then. That was a good shot. Yeah, they got a call. That was the best shot.
All right, so Crawford is WV is moving in right now. 9th Corps is moving in as well. Crawford is going to be late on the reinforcement, but this is a start. I mean, you got.
I think they win this. Yeah, I think they win this.
This is a great start. I think now you just need to wipe companies. Focus on wiping them. You know that they're behind the church. Just keep pushing it out. Crawford needs to move in right now. We'll see. Oh, looks like IVB is gonna come in with their 2nd detachment, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I think they might be giving up point. If I was CSA right now,
I would have been extremely aggressive right there and take out that 2nd, the CQB company.
yeah.
But oh, looks like they're gonna get off point. Very interesting call there. I think it's better to early cap. Yes, you have the ticket advantage, but you're also losing on time still.
I'd take point, hold that defilade fence.
Point and just try and hold.
Yeah.
I mean, you're unengaged.
I'd hold that
It's
fence and
not
shoot
the
them as they
worst.
come up.
Okay, all right. Looks like they aren't going to take point. We'll see how this goes. Union not really in a great position right now. They can shoot you from the fence, but we'll see how it goes. Crawford trying to do some pistol work, but unfortunately, I don't think he got many. Folk is going to go in, try and kill their flags. We'll see how that goes. Looks like EB is still standing.
Yeah,
still surviving,
they're
but
doing
CQB
well.
Could reinforce any second.
Collector. Collector's going. Okay, well, at least he's got kind of people with him this time.
I would say.
Yeah, he's got enough people. Again, his intention is definitely the Rambo, but he just got lucky with that one. So.
Yeah. I think he was more defending himself, I would say.
Oh, he was running out by himself in the forest. He's going out of his little map. He just had people follow him. It's okay.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Someone was
If I had it my way, if he Rambo'd, immediate lobotomized. Like you just get immediate lobotomization.
Lobotomized, absolutely.
Just ice pick to the fucking brain.
Absolutely. Well, Union is gonna win that trade-off, though. I mean,
They did pretty heavily too.
They,
Yeah.
they got kind of wiped there. They are winning on tickets, and hey, guess what? Playing together as a team
It worked.
kind of works.
Who would have thought? Who would have
Who
thought?
would have thought?
Holy
Playing as a
shit!
team works.
Yeah, low pop
gosh.
is if you're in low pop and you're trying to make damage, do damage, you have to be as a team.
Yeah.
High pop,
I think,
you can get away with some stuff, but
I think IVB dropped the ball a little bit there when they had their regiment all the way to the left side and then half their guys on the church. I mean, they weren't able to reinforce that point.
Yeah,
when the engagement happened.
it looked like to me that they're going for it, and then they decided to kind of like go to the forest, you know.
Yeah.
But
It was just kind of a weird play. Like I didn't really like it.
I just don't know why their entire team was out there in the forest. This is the type of map where you can react to the enemy 100% of the time. You know, we're not in Vietnam, okay? We're not in the trenches of the Somme here. You're in a fucking open field. So, you should know where the enemy's coming from, and you can adjust accordingly.
Looks like guys from Ninth Corps are still coming in. You're starting to win on time now as Union, so you know I would take a little bit of a methodical approach, but remember you still have a ticket lead, so you can
Yeah,
still get aggressive here.
I'd do the opposite. In my opinion, I'd be aggressive as Union right now. 23 minutes in the grand scheme of things really isn't a lot of time with how passive the teams are being right now. I feel like they probably won't make a committed attack for the next 3 to 4 minutes. That's going to leave them about 19 minutes left. If that attack fails, they're going to spend 2 minutes regroup. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you have a ticket lead to where if you have an attack that fails, but you still ticket drain.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, we're even on tickets.
I just keep my flags on Vic Hill.
On time. I think that's what you got to do here. I absolutely keep flags back.
Charge.
And just charge.
Yep, just do damage.
Absolutely suicide charge right here. That's what I would. That's my go-to. So Crawford, you know, telepathically do a suicide charge right now.
Crawford.
All right, looks like they're going to move left into the woods, I would say, but maybe not. I'm not sure. Looks like they're going to kind of play it more passively.
It looks like they're splitting up. And that doesn't bode well for me. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I know everybody wants to go and get their own, get their own glory, get their own thunder, as it were. But yeah.
Well, I mean, you can get your own glory. It's just do it as a team. Like, you come in from the flank.
Yeah, but nobody wants to be. Who wants to join a core channel and it's like, oh, we all did that super. Nah, every core channel is like, I fucking did this thing. I'm so fucking badass, bro.
Absolutely. I've been to a lot of chords. I kind of am like that. I'm not gonna lie.
little bit of a what's the term for it? Fuck. I used to have a good word for that.
Showboating.
Yeah, it's showboating, like self-wanking.
Yeah.
Being cringe, perhaps. I don't
Being
know.
cringe. Well, that's your favorite thing to do, Sigmar.
Just be cringe.
Absolutely.
You know it. It's the only thing I do.
All right, so 21 minutes, and Union has sat on its
CSA gave a point. If I was Union, I would go in right now. Like, what the fuck is CSA doing?
They're turtling, and it's working because Union is playing so passively that they have nothing to shoot at.
Just holy shit. I just want to send a fucking message to Henry real quick. Just fucking go in, bro. Just fucking go in.
Yeah. This is interesting, I won't lie. This is very interesting. Alrighty then.
No, we're right here. Confederates are right here.
Oh my goodness. They are volleying at
Nothing. They're shooting nothing. They are literally, what are they shooting at?
It's okay. It's alright. It's alright.
Of all the things I've seen in a while that's kind of made me like genuinely like worried about people, that incident that just happened. My entire thing when I'm leading is I always tell people this: don't shoot unless you know you can hit somebody, or at least you think you can hit somebody.
You think you can hit something, right? And I just don't know what Crawford was.
He was
maybe
suppressed in
like
the forest
or something. I don't know.
I think they just
he saw something.
Maybe I think maybe he was just trying to suppress the forest. Get the forest a little scared. Get a
Yeah, get this forest a little scared. I think he took the trees are speaking sister fucker a little too soon.
They're speaking worse American. Fuck.
Speaking worse American. Absolutely.
Yeah. And Henry and the rest of the team still up there on that hill. At this point, I'm not being one of those guys. I'm not being a self-wanker, a showboater here. I
Yeah,
would
this
have
is-
already gone on the point by now.
This is painful to watch, really. I mean, you've done nothing as attackers for approximately 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
mean,
talking about time, man. That's why I'm saying they need to be aggressive because they're fucking
you have a huge ticket lead. Why not use it and get aggressive? It's
just go in. Just fucking go in. Do I
get
need a
something done. I mean, this waiting around is just painful to watch.
Crawford's going in for a deep flank on the left. He's
I
not
mean,
going
I
to
like
encounter
what Crawford's
anyone.
doing.
That's
He's
fine.
actually
Yeah.
moving up. But
I think he should have done it like
looks-
5 minutes
WV's
ago. but-
finally moving up. There we go.
Okay, finally they're going in.
Okay, just take point. Just take
Just
point.
take it and hold it.
Just take it.
Just
You're
take it
fine.
and hold it.
You're at taking losses. You might hold it for 6 minutes. You never know. Okay,
Yeah.
just take it.
Every minute you got it held is
Yeah, it's and you do a nice little ticket drain. It's fine. Okay. Looks like
to be
Crawford-
honest, I probably wouldn't even cap here as Union.
Now the worst thing
Um,
Crawford could do right here
Is sit there.
is not see that his team is capping point. Oh no. Okay, so the team didn't decide to cap point. They're just getting in defensive positions. I mean, I like the nipple hold, but you got to push up. You gotta leave like a little reserve force, and then you got to push up with the flag or have the flag stay back and push up.
Yeah. The only reason
Hey.
I said I probably would not take point here is I would keep the flags on Snake Roll and
Looks like Crawford's gonna
Go
finally
into
leave
Vietnam.
with the team. That's good. Looks like Ninth Corps is gonna move in while WV acts as a reserve. That's good. Hopefully they do a group charge together.
they're probably asking themselves right now, where the hell is the enemy?
Thinking they're still southwest. Yeah, let's do that. Let's hold the nipple.
They're going back to the nipple.
Holding the nipple.
They're going back to the nipple.
Oh boy. Okay, so hopefully they push from the nipple, because they're obviously turtling. You haven't seen them for about 8 minutes now,
Holy fuck.
and you've wasted about 8 minutes not taking the point or attacking the enemy.
CSA's gone even farther back in the forest too. I'm pretty sure just in just people have listened to
I
CSA.
mean, if it's inbounds, it's technically not turtling, but I mean, still, it's like.
I don't know if that is Union inbounds. I think that might be too far.
Is that a bounds for Union?
I think it might be.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe tell 'em
Maybe
to push it up.
not. It's hard. Maybe it's not, but it's close.
That deflate is. Yeah, that deflate is in bounds. I just don't know behind it if it's. No, I think that might be out of bounds.
I don't think you can go that deep. But it looks like finally both teams have fucking, snorted a line of Adderall. They weekend at Bernie's, they woke him up. He's back in the saddle. Let's see if both teams can do something here. Otherwise, I'm going to take matters in my own hands.
Okay, so yep. So Collector is in bounds and looks like he's going to be moving up. He's going to intercept WV, and WV has their flag with them, so not a great play by WV. Let's
this
see if
point-
53rd moves in.
They have to. At
Let's
this
see if
point,
EV and Ninth Corps move in. It looks like they
Oh,
might.
man.
Okay, it looks like they're shooting right now. Okay,
I'd probably go to point as Union.
I would take point. Yeah, I mean, or just like get in this fight. I'm not. Okay, it looks like Ninth Corps took 9. The Union took 9 minutes to cap point. 9 whole minutes.
Fourth got wiped.
4th is wiped now. Now you're not going to hold the point for very long. Okay.
Yeah, capping point right here is, again, this is the thing about point capture. Probably a mistake if they capture point. They kind of fucked up.
Okay, 53rd needs to not get wiped here. They need to see that the CSA is coming towards their side.
They just need to win this fight.
Having a detachment on point and then also a detachment on the nipple is a good idea. You just got to keep flags together, and the problem is they're not keeping the flags together. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of. This is certainly one of the Mountaineer campaigns of all time.
Yeah, definitely. Complex looks like he's going to be charging the nipple with his team. looks like they're just gonna get on the caissons actually.
Yeah.
No, they're
They're
actually gonna go
probably
for
full
it,
commit. They'll probably full commit.
Yeah. Now WV needs to charge this. WV needs to get in there. They
Yeah.
need to charge this. Okay, WV is charging. Okay.
Might be a little too late.
If they lose the charge, oh well. You take a drain, at least. Okay.
Looks like they might win.
Looks
I'm
like
praying.
Union might win. Okay.
I'm in the church
It's
praying
pretty
that
even
Union
right
wins.
now. It's pretty even. Complex is like the only one officer left. We'll
He's
see.
got a Lamat.
He's got a Lamat, yeah. And Union looks like they lost it.
Yeah. Splendid.
And
Well,
unfortunately, they picked up flags. Okay, so there's about 4 IVB left, so they can get a flag and start getting reinforcements. Okay. I don't know what to make of that fight. I mean, that Lamat is just really strong. I think think if Union kind of rushes nothing and go, they can get on point in time, which looks like they're doing.
it's just if they do that,
doesn't go. Okay.
yeah, they're not close enough. And even if they did do that, they're not going to have their loads. Probably won't have their bayos.
Well, they have bayos on.
They do.
I just checked, yeah.
If there's one thing I would change in this game, I would make it so if you spawn at main, you spawn loaded. Only thing I would do.
Okay.
I'm not
looks
sure
like
what the impact
IVB
that
has
has.
a flag on point right now. I mean, you're at 14 minutes taking losses. That's not good still. I would just ticket drain here and try and lower your tickets as much as possible so when they recap, they don't get much back.
For sure.
That's what I would do. And if I was CSA, I'd just start capping right now, which they're not.
Yeah, which is kind of odd that they're not full committed on the cap because I would
It might be trying, like, a
immediately
last
cap.
stand thing, but you're not going to last
No,
stand
if they're trying to
4
last
minutes.
stand, I question their like psyche.
Yeah. Absolutely. Union just needs to go in. I mean, that's literally what you need to do. You need to ticket drain yourselves right now and just get your flags. You need to ticket drain yourself. You need.
A little frustrating, but it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not everyone always plays perfectly all the time.
Yeah.
But
I think they're trying to get their loads first. I assume that's what they're trying to do.
probably
Flags back, and then
suicide charge it, man.
just
Just
suicide charge. Just
okay, they're doing
the
it.
answer here. Okay, finally. Okay, it looks like CSA is finally.
But the flags are going.
Stay back, stay back.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Don't bring the flags. Okay, you're bringing the flags. Okay.
Private first class legendary is trying to tell them to stay
Well,
back.
they might
but
win the fight. Who knows? Who knows?
It doesn't.
CSA is not exactly in defensible positions right now. They're kind of weird on defensible positions. So we'll see.
Yo, bro.
I gotta say this is. Yeah, Center Mass is actually really right if you paid attention to him. He just said you're gonna get tickets back anyways. So just stay and fight.
Just stay and fight.
And yeah, that's exactly right. He's exactly right. And looks like they are gonna get out with their flags, which is good. Probably keep pulling your flags back because they're
I
chasing.
don't think the flag should have ever been in there to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem is, once you're wiped, right? Now your flags are out of line, instead of just having your flags back, respawning people in. Instead you're getting chased and your guys can't get loads. So yeah, just
14 minutes to get them into breaking and take point.
Isn't horrible.
It's
10
doable.
minutes to breaking is what you want for attackers.
They could probably again, in an ideal world with the ideal amount of aggression, they can do it. But
yeah,
with
you're
how
losing
they're
slightly on tickets now, about a quarter. I mean, if I was them right here, I would just kind of be dumb aggressive. I would push and just get as many
It's
tickets as I
kamikaze.
can, and then try one good methodical attack. But I mean, you want to win on time as attackers. You want to keep winning on time. So I would just try to trade on tickets, and then once I go in the final push, try to put them in the last stand and win the game.
Yep. Now, CSA is probably just going to go run away again. Maybe.
I mean, I think that's what you should do. You shouldn't try to waste your tickets. You should try and get
Yeah.
defensible positions off point. Probably just let them have it, then counterattack.
We're in the war.
That's how it works, right? But we lose the war. We're gonna swing like a door.
Microsoft Fox just sitting there with his rifle at an angle like that. That shit's legendary. You just wait.
Yeah, deep in
He's
thought.
literally just passing time.
Yep, sounds good.
Hammer and anvil?
What time?
Me and Henry will move for victory.
Yeah, do you guys...
Yeah, it looks like Union's gonna split off again.
Not good.
Ambush is gonna be moving for Victory Hill, and then Crawford's gonna get on the left. You're just gonna get wiped in detail. I mean, you have to be able to. It's okay to like move away from different directions. That's called pincering. It's really nice if you can do it, up close with each other. But when you guys are too separated, it does not work. You just get wiped individually. And that's what I predict is gonna happen right now,
Black Bears moving left.
especially with time being as sensitive as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Artie needs to cook here for sure too.
They finally moved the gun up. They moved the gun up where you're supposed to move it, but it might be a little too late. If they spent the first, 6 minutes of the round moving the gun,
case on and then
yeah,
moving the cannon,
that saves you a lot of time. So it just sucks because you have to sit there and hold Shift and hold W or A and just sit there and just like turn and turn. But
well, it's doable, especially with two guys. You're not doing it alone.
I still believe that if you do artillery, you should probably bare minimum have two gunners and one officer. But they've got two people; they can make it work. You can make a cannon work with one guy, but it's just rate of fire.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope he's not aiming at the church. What is he aiming at? It's gonna hit low. It's gonna hit like right below the deflate. If not a little tiny bit above and maybe hit right there. Let's see what happens. He's moving it again.
Union is now waste 2 minutes. Still not doing anything. And they really can't do that.
Yeah, they're wasting so much time. The thing is if you are playing this game, you should
Volleys.
be... Yeah,
Volleys at 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes. I'm kind of losing it right now a little bit.
Optimally, if your team gets wiped, you should be regrouped and leaving
I
main
think
within
they're
2
trying
minutes.
a breaking strategy just
It's
to
not gonna
wipe them
work.
and then cap on breaking. But
Their best bet is just to go in, suicide charge, get them to breaking, and once they're all dead, take point. If they
They're-
wipe their team right
yeah.
now, they'll win. They just
they're
have to
not gonna
wipe
do
the CSA
suicide
team.
charge. Yeah, they're not going to do that. That would be too aggressive for them.
Too aggressive. 8 minutes on the clock, but I would
See,
be
this is
squirming.
why I say like people who don't do like if you think suicide charges are bad, take a look at this map. Take a look at this game. Like I cannot find a better example of playing overly too passive as attackers. I mean, sure, yeah, you might be a little too over aggressive if you do suicide charges one by one, but if you do as a team,
I mean, yeah, you also have to
hurt.
remember as an attackers, you don't care if you're in breaking. You have an extra entire morale state to play around because once the defenders go breaking, everybody's worried about point. You can't leave point if you're breaking as defenders. As attack breaking, who fucking cares? You know, that's an entire extra morale state you can use to go fuck with people. Like, they just need to go in and fucking kill people. 7 minutes on the clock. If they do not wipe out the entirety of the CSA team, they will lose. Collector. Yeah, collector. That's going to be the end of the match.
That's the end. That's it. That's how it ends. That's a doesn't go out with a bang, but a whimper.
Yep.
That's the best way to put it.
Crawford's coming down the road. Again, splitting up, probably not the best idea.
I mean, hey, you went even on tickets, but it doesn't matter because you're not gonna get them in the last stand in 6 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. But what's the chances you get them last, breaking
Yeah,
and then,
30 seconds left, and then how helpful is that?
Yeah.
I just the most overly passive performance I've ever seen on Dunker Church, and it looks like Union is going to lose it. Ninth Corps is saying they can shoot them down to breaking.
Where are they saying that? Are they saying that in Spawn?
Okay, all right. Maybe
Yeah.
you shouldn't have been shooting it down to breaking. Maybe you should have been trying to get them into last stand.
Torpedo your way to breaking. I don't know. Fuck.
The
BB's
only way
falling.
that Union wins is if they do a successful push, wipe,
And they wipe
them
them.
all
Yeah.
the defenders, and somehow do that with the power of magic.
I mean, it's possible.
And this Confederate team is playing together. The CSA is playing together right now. They're not going to let that happen.
Yeah. This is going to be a bit of a disaster. I guarantee you what's going to happen here is all those reinforcements coming back from Uni main spawn, they're never going to get in the final fight. I feel like Crawford and the rest of the guys over there might just go
gonna
out.
Get wiped, yeah.
Yeah. And once that happens, then it's fucking, it's over.
How much you want to bet that IVB CQB just does an aggressive charge and wins this fight?
I would believe that if it weren't for the fact that CSA is also pretty passive.
Yeah, I mean they're defenders. That's how they should play.
Yeah. Complex is okay. Complex here.
I mean the winning strategy here is, since IVB is a little spread out from CQB, is you wipe CQB and then you go to point and hold there and wait for IVB to charge you. That's what. But they don't know that. They don't see that. And IVB is just waiting right next to point, and CQB is going to be right next to him.
Yep.
And looks like WV
They're
is
going in.
coming in towards the hill. Oh,
They are, but like I said, they're probably not even going to get in the
and
fight.
You're going to get on the straight fence.
It's over.
IVB is going to be charging you.
It's
we'll
over.
See how this goes.
I can tell you how this is going to go. Poorly.
Yep.
Look at
over.
that.
It's
Look
over.
at that.
It's over.
The red wave.
And you can't say it was imbalanced because you got 2 more guys on your team.
Technically, yeah. Right now, it's 35 versus 32. And with 2 guys on artillery, technically they do have a 5-man, disadvantage with that artillery cooler. Or yeah, they have a couple people disadvantage, but still, it's not big enough that make that much of a difference. It's a lack of initiative and a lack of pressure. I'm not sure why that is. If I was listening to Union comms, I might be able to know. But generally, in my play style, if you get wiped, regroup in main in 2 minutes and go back out and fight. If you spend 5 minutes not engaging the enemy, that's terrible. If you spend 8 minutes not engaging the enemy, that's horrible.
You spend 10 minutes, and
You're
it takes you that
fucking-
long to cap the point.
You might as well type fucking.
Might as well. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. That's
Yeah, like I said, if I was in Union comms, maybe hear what's going on with both all the units, but
I just wish like the NCOs would speak up a bit more and say like, hey, like we need to do this, guys. From what I'm seeing is the officers just don't see it.
yeah,
They don't see the
maybe it's
problem that's going
I think really the main issue is both unions kind of split in half. One side wants to do the other thing, one side wants to do the other thing, but since they're both super passive, they don't even
nothing
get
gets
started.
done.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
even get started. Also, private first class, Freddie. is
Usually how it
fucking
works is
killing it.
one company is too passive and then the other company goes in alone, then they both get wiped. But this map has just been sit and stare.
Freddie, what the fuck are you doing?
Rambo's against the rules, fuckhead.
Also, the irony of collector selling someone Ramboing is against the rules is a good one. I mean, he
That's-
technically is. I mean,
that's
he's
fine.
right.
That's
He's
fine.
right, but
He's right. He's right. But how many times did you follow that, man? Oh boy. Okay.
1 minute 30 on the clock. Can it be done? Can the Union team pull this victory from the jaws of defeat?
Answer is no.
Yeah,
But we'll
I'm
see.
gonna say probably a resounding no. I don't remember how this battle went in real life. I think it was a CSA win in real life, but I'm probably wrong.
I just can't believe you were right about this. I mean,
I told you, man. I fucking
Dude,
told you.
well, you should have said CSA for the first map. That's what you.
I
should have
probably
said.
should have said. I just figured that with the
You
Union's
just wanted to be
advantage,
special. That's what you wanted. To do.
Union
But
had a good advantage of cover and concealment. If they had gotten the point first, it would have been a different story. But this map, I'm telling you, man, with this
Yeah.
map, you have to play aggressive as Union. You have to always be in their face, taking tickets, doing damage. Too often, you see people sit far out and waste their time twiddling their thumbs. And literally, like I've said, I see this happen so often late night, low pop, public matches.
It's just, yeah. I mean, I think it was
You
probably
need-
newer officers taking control.
I don't
not
even
really
know if it's.
bouncing off of each other.
It could be that. Also,
It's
it's
a learning experience.
just.
I will say that it's a learning experience. For this
Yeah.
map. I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that was a beatdown. That was they got their fucking lunch money stolen, and yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel
That-
good about that if I was Union.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
But we're being so negative, but it's okay because you know what? This is like not a good round. So
Yeah, just not. I mean, good thing it's not a tabletop match. Good thing it's
we're all having fun.
just for fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But man, when I go talk to my boys about this, I'm gonna have some things to say. But that's going to bring a conclusion to this week's Play Session Mountaineer campaign. Like I said previously, technically it's the off season, so these matches aren't, the tabletop's not involved, so it's just normal, just kind of scrimmage matches. First match was kind of objective failure due to a couple reasons. We'll address that later on, especially before the season starts. Second map, you guys already know what happened second map because you watched it. But that's going to be
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
That's it.
CSA even won on. Wow.